All right. That's hot, Caleb. Well, welcome everyone to the Hallberg Center for the Arts, home of the Wyoming area creative arts community. Welcome. For those of you watching the live stream, we're in Wyoming, Minnesota at the Hallberg Center for the Arts on the Freemore Stage, and we're having Songwriters in the Round number 62. 62 installments.
Yeah.
So as usual, our format is we can get right to the music. So our in the middle, weighing Clayton Ryan from the Twin Cities, most recently from Rapid City, South Dakota. Clayton. And those of you who come to our open mic might recognize Tom Mobry from Savage. All right, so if you haven't already, please silence your phones. And for that said, we're going to take off and let's enjoy the alarm.
I did warn some of the musicians that we'll have my
We should be okay now.
I spoke a little secret as you stepped out of the room. I leaned a little closer after all the springs in bloom. Thought away what I waited to say. I'm feeling a little braver these days. You came into my life, placed your prints all over me, called us to become like one. That night gave me a song. I got hooked by your smile, pulled me from a mile. I'm feeling a little braver these days. I'm feeling braver, braver these days. When I'm close to you, when I'm close to you. My heart hurries to love, steady moves leading this time. Was feeling for a beat where our hearts were aligned. I got hooked by your style, pulled me from a mile. I'm feeling a little braver these days. Oh, I'm feeling braver, braver these days. When I'm close to you, when I'm close to you, when I'm close to you, when I'm close to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely mesmerizing. I think, yeah, chill vibe is definitely what we're start at for this one before we get into the pyrotechnics.
I'm feeling that these days.
This one's called Wild Man. I'm floating, I'm flying, I'm almost crying. You must be lying, it just can't be true. 'Cause it sure doesn't seem the right reality when a man like me has you. And I was a wild man, and I still think I am. But I come running fast as I can when you call. And I'm not much of a beast when you're loving on me. Maybe I'm not a wild man at all. And I was running on my own. Now everywhere I roam, it doesn't feel much like home when you're gone. But I still grit my teeth, just fighting for my dream. But I'm living one when I'm back in your ever-loving arms. And I was a wild man, and I still think I am. But I come running fast as I can when you call. Now I'm not much of a beast when you're loving on me. Maybe I'm not a wild man at all. Maybe I'm not a wild man at all. I was a wild man, and I still think I am. But I come running fast as I can when you call. Now I'm not much of a beast when you're loving on me. Maybe I'm not a wild man at all. Maybe I'm not a wild man at all. That's called Wild Man. Thank you. It's a love song, a sweet love song.
Wow, that's a great song. Now for something totally different. This is a song that was inspired by my friend Tony Ortiz. When the ones you counted on count you out and walk away, the weather's all they talk about, they ain't got nothing else to say. So leave a light on in your Some people sit in the sunshine, while others like to dance in the rain. We've all been through hard times, we all remember the pain. So leave a light on in your kitchen, open up your front door. Never know who'll come a knocking, bring you love once more. Love can leave you stranded, standing by the side of the road. And other times it'll pick you up, take you right back home. So leave a light on in your kitchen, open up your front door. Never know who'll come a knocking, bring you love once more. So leave a light on in your kitchen, open up your front door. Never know who'll come a knocking, bring you love once more. Bring you love once more. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So cool. Awesome. Wow. I love that picking pattern. It just reminds me of what I want to
Thank
play next. My name is Skarlett Woods. That first song I started us off was called Close to You, Braver These Days. I wrote it after the pandemic lifted and we could all be around each other, and I was excited about that. And gosh, now I just can't stand to be around people sometimes. But
Hope that doesn't include us.
Start sneezing.
you all know what I'm talking about, right? So this next one is an instrumental, and I don't know what else to call it except it's Eric's song, because my friend, who is an artist, musician, he lives up in Duluth, suffers from diabetes, and he was born with it, and it's a very, I think, disease that can be managed, and unfortunately the way the system is, he just ended up with a lot of medical debt recently, and I just sat down one evening and just thought about this. It's like, God, if I was born with something like that, I wouldn't be playing music. I would have to, I don't know what I would do with my life. I feel like that's a thing that would hold a human back from experiencing their, full potential of what they want to do with their life. So I sat down, I just wrote this tune. It's called Eric's Song.
I don't know Eric, but based off of that, he's a very jovial and thoughtful person.
He's a
That was-
super cool guy.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a song about, it's got a really funny story up front. I wrote it for a girl many years back, and things just never lined up with her. We were always dating someone else, but we were good friends, and it was one of those things where I thought, in a different life. So I wrote a song about it instead, and I didn't do anything with it until recently, and I started rewriting it. Because many years later, we now ended up being together against all odds, which included, having our own partners, and she was married for a little bit, and then it ended up working out. And so I wrote a very funny, quirky, country-ish love song about a guy just sitting in the corner longing for a different life he doesn't have. It goes something like this. I'm finding any reason to ask you how you're feeling, and it's scary 'cause your boyfriend's got a gun. But I'm willing to chance it, to have my last dance with an angel, for I'm blown to kingdom come. I'm thinking of confessing how my heart begins undressing when I see your car parked by the Legion Hall. I tell you how you're lovely, like a cardinal in a fir tree, but I'm just staring like that buck up on the wall. If I'm not mistaken, well, I know you're taken, but you light up like wildfire when we talk. When's the last time you were held close? I promise I'd never let go, except to spin you while the band plays Delta Dawn. So I guess I'll stick to old news, nice weather, how are you? And take this sadness out on my guitar. 'Cause I think that I might love you more than anybody else inside this bar. When's the last time you were held close? Whoops, that's not it. She gets me speechless every time I see her. Alright, I got it. I remembered it. I see you sitting in the corner. I don't know how he could ignore you. I've got half the mind to take you out on the floor. If I'm right about your feelings, this whole town is gonna see it. And there's more than 2 steps out to that front door. So I guess I'll stick to old news, nice weather, how are you? And take my sadness out on this guitar. 'Cause I think that I might love you more than anybody else inside this bar. 'Cause I think that I might love you more than anybody else inside this bar. We made it. Thank you. It's a way more solid relationship than that performance right there.
Well, about 3 years ago, I was convinced to step out in front of a microphone, and I went and took some songwriting classes, and I came back from a weekend retreat, and this song came along with me. Called Empty Walls. Favorite cup still sits on the table. Drink from it on the edge of the cup. Thought I heard you in the kitchen, humming out your favorite song. It was just my imagination. Sometimes life can get so messy. I work out how we planned, and death never comes easy. Steal the breath from the strongest man. Last of the boxes are in the hall, stacked up by the front door. My boot heels echo off these empty walls. Nothing left for me to stay. Everything I ever lived for. Sunrise crosses the windowsill, not as bright as before. We used to greet the morning, not anymore. But I heard you in the kitchen, humming out your favorite song. It was just an apparition. Now you're gone. Now you're gone. Thank you.
I want to make sure I can play this before I start to play it. I might go to a different song. I was trying to follow it up with your last song you played was goofy, and silly, and I want to like play a goofy, silly song. So, I wonder if I just like play it, I'll remember how to do it. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, all right. This song is this is a co-write with my previous partner that I was with when I was living out in Santa Cruz, California, and we were hanging out on the beach one afternoon, and they had this idea. You know, we're just playing around, we're just messing around. She's like, you know, I have this idea, these things that you say that just come out a little different, you know. I know you mean good intentions with them, but I wonder if we took those little sayings and put them in a song and then named it The Last Love Song. You know, I'm like, ooh, this could be fun. So that's what we came up with. This is a tune that we co-wrote, Don Waters, The Last Love Song. Only because once people have found out I've said those things, no one will ever want to date me again. That's where the last love song part comes in. Struggle to convey, but some can simply say this thrill is misunderstood. But let me explain the speeds of sweat torn arms. You pull me close and tight, and then I go and say, baby, you're radioactive. Living in a dream, harpoons, massage and this wrinkle cream helps with your zits. Ooh, a 2-in-1, isn't that fun? Darling, I know it's true. We fight and I run from you. Blinded, deaf and confused. Of gratitude for Thanks.
That's awesome. I'm getting a mixture of nostalgia in this place because I grew up and went to college in Iowa and then moved out to South Dakota. And I was talking to Breeze before this about being Iowa folks. And I went to the University of Northern Iowa, go Cats. And I was actually a classical and jazz bassist. And clearly I wasn't good because I downgraded to country music. But no, I'm just kidding. My back's too bad for upright bass. But I briefly was a classical guitarist, and I wasn't good at that. That's for sure. So to hear you play is
Well, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm playing, so I'm
You
still
don't have
learning.
to. You got it.
Yeah.
This is a song about a little bar there called The Octopus on College Hill. And if you're ever in Cedar Falls, Iowa, and you walk into The Octopus, where I spent many an afternoon after classes, and they say, Clayton Ryan sent me, they'll tell you to get out. But but it's a cool place. And this is a song about me and my college buddies hanging out at The Octopus at their famous 3 to 7 happy hour. Andy sits next to me at the bar. You can tell it's happy hour by the tower of PBRs in front of me. And it grows taller for every minute that's past since 3. We're not going anywhere, 'cause they've got chicken wings for the patrons, and I think that we've paid our share. And there's a show at 9. I can't remember if we're playing, but thank God we got more time. Yeah, we got all night. There's no strangers at this bar, unless you've got yourself a problem with anyone that's different than you are. Then we'll show you the door, because love and liquor is for everyone and life's too short. So sit down with me. We can talk about religion or politics, even if we don't agree, or which drink you prefer, 'cause it looks like someone won the Shake-a-Day and the next round's on her. Tomorrow we're all gonna hurt. There's a one-room bar on the hill. You can stop by anytime, get high and get your fill. It's a diverse affair, from lawyers to teachers to artists to dogs sleeping under your chair. We should go outside because it's humid as hell and the corn is growing high in the summertime. Plus I don't usually smoke cigarettes, but maybe just for tonight. Yeah, that sounds just fine. Andy sits next to me at the bar, and you can tell it's happy hour by the tower of PBRs. That one's called Tower of PBRs. Thank you.
I remember those places. I mean, I read it in books. I've seen pictures. I've done a lot of different things in my life. Used to build Tonka toys and missile guidance systems. Used to race motorcycles and stock cars. Let her raise a little hell. Raise a family. When I talk to young people these days, they just stare at me with a far-off glazed look in their eyes. 'Cause no one wants to hear an old man's story. There's some chapters of my life wish I could edit and rewrite. Those pages were written long ago, ink has long since dried. I know I cannot change the past. Hope this chapter won't be my last. There's still lines to be cast and memories to be amassed. No one wants to hear an old man's story, going on and on about days of glory. No one wants to hear an old man's story. I write this novel with each day I live. There's some chapters not written yet. I laugh at all the things I did, but I ain't done yet, my friend. No one wants to hear an old man's story, droning on and on about days of glory. No one wants to hear an old man's story. When I've written my last line, hang my head and close my eyes. No one wants to hear an old man's story, bragging about lost days of glory. No one wants to hear an old man's story. No one wants to hear an old man's story. Thank you.
I want to hear your story.
I got a lot of them.
I was thinking when you were playing your song, I was thinking of my friends my older friends that live out west, that are in their, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and they get that there is folks and generations that are not listening to our elders right now, and unfortunately, I do have some friends that don't want to listen to, older, white men. It seems like that's happening, and that's really unfortunate. But I listen, Tom.
Thank you, Skarlett.
I have friends. I think that's so important to have like intergenerational friendships. We need to create spaces for that. We gotta all hang out with each other, because I feel like there's so much we could learn from each other if we did that, and it might help us out a little bit. I think about these sort of things all the time. So yeah. This next song kind of speaks to that. It's called Somehow. tall tales, dark roads. The way is never what it seems. A blind man walks alive, choosing steps he'll never see. Higher tide rolling in. A tree is worth more dead than alive. A digital world of lies, praising greed is the bottom line. I hope you're done my working out the philosophical issues now. Oh, this life somehow. Go chase a dream, climb a ladder, you yelled out loud. Either way, I want you inside my life Time runs in my shoes, laces break and you'll under my do. A self-worth journey, befriending my enemy. Don't so make believe, holding hands on a blue lit screen, breathing every chance that reminds you of what's real. I hope you're done my working out the philosophical issues now. Oh, this life somehow. Go chase a dream or climb a ladder. Yeah, yeah, out loud. Either way, I want you inside my life so. I hope you're done my working out the philosophical issues now. Oh, this love somehow. Go chase a dream or climb a ladder. Yeah, yeah, out loud. Either way, I want you inside my life somehow.
I absolutely do not know what to follow that with. That was so.
I know, I could be really intense. I'm sorry.
No, that was
Oh, it's
that was taking me back to like high school. Sitting in my room playing with my trains because I was a train nerd,
Really?
wondering what the world was gonna be, and
Oh
that's
my god, I love trains too.
we're kindred spirits.
Oh man.
I used to
And
work on the
Legos.
railroad
Did you?
very briefly one summer.
I hopped on a train once when I was living in Eugene. I was bar hopping. They were going really slow. It was just one of those little, it was going slow.
That's
Everyone
way
survived. It was fine.
There's a story.
That's way cooler than working on the railroad because it's it's not as fun to work on the railroad as it is to ride a train.
No.
And I was at the lowest part of the totem pole because I was the kid that shoveled the gravel that the machines got all over the tracks. Every day the janitor's looking at me and laughing like, your job sucks.
Oh man.
And I can say that because I was a janitor too at one point, and I loved that job. That job was awesome. I feel like I'll be like you, Tom. I'm going to have a lot of stories when I'm old, and I hope people are listening to them.
Yes, I hope so.
My most recent one was I was a trucker delivering pianos across the country for Schmidt Music.
Wow.
And this is a song I wrote long before I was a trucker with one of my friends that used to be a trucker out here in Minnesota as well. Life is weird and cyclical like that. But this song's really for anyone that their job ever did or currently does take them away from their family for a long time, including my job as a musician. And thankfully I don't have kids yet and I'm not married, but when I do get to see my lady in South Dakota, I value that time because I'm gone all the time, and she's chasing her dreams too, and it somehow works. But this song's for anyone whose family lets you go chase your dream knowing you're going to be back there one day, and it's all going to be good after your pursuits. It's called Picture. I take a picture on the road. It tells me that I gotta make it home. As the miles grow long, I'll be singing our song, but I gotta make it home. Driving past these fields and farms, wish you were laying in my arms. These hotel beds are cold and I'm sleeping all alone. Wish you were laying in my arms. Wish you were laying in my arms. Making a living is killing me. So far from your love where I want to be. This kind of living's a thrill to me. We'll have a grand old life. One day you'll see. Until then, I take your picture on the road. I got a call the other day. My son had made that winning play. My heart is so damn proud, I can't wait to be around. My daughter made the winning play. My kids, they made the winning play. Making a living is killing me. So far from your love where I want to be. This kind of living's a thrill to me. We'll have a grand old life. One day you'll see. Until then, I take your picture on the road. Making a living is killing me. So far from your love where I want to be. This kind of living's a thrill to me. We'll have a grand old life. One day you'll see. This loneliness ain't here to stay. When the work is done, I will make my way. That time is near, I hope and pray. I'm just living for that day. Until then, I take your picture on the road. Picture. Thank you.
Holy smokes, that's a good song. I like songs that take me on a visual journey. So I'm gonna quick tune this because I care. I want to thank everyone for listening. It's so wonderful to have an audience that actually listens. I'm sure you guys have been in places where it's beer bottles clanking and people talking and sports TVs playing and So I belong to a singer-songwriter group on Facebook, and we get prompt words. We have once a week you get a prompt word or a picture and you write a song to that. And the prompt for this song was Stargazer. And I was thinking back to when we were kids, You know, we had a stick. You could do a lot of things with a stick. It could be many, many things. Or a cardboard box. Oh my God, you could make a cardboard box. And that's kind of what inspired this song. It's called Stargazer and Hellraiser. We were just two astronauts blasting off in our cardboard box, sitting in our backyard, heading off to see the stars. Mama said, be home by lunch. She was just the girl from next door, my best friend and nothing more. We'd stare at the night sky. I could see stars in her eyes. She could see the whole universe. Ooh, stargazer. Stargazer. She grew up and she moved away. I just grew wilder every day, living hard and running fast, raising hell and kicking ass. Trouble was my middle name. Well, I've had my run-ins with the law, punched my fist until they was raw, wound up looking at the stars through a window that had bars. I could not see the universe. Hellraiser. Hellraiser. She came back to town one night. She still had those stars in her eyes. Brought with her a telescope, offered me a little hope. Now she's my whole universe. I had to play one fun song.
I turned it down. You might have to readjust me. Sounds pretty close. Gosh, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh yeah. So you're working on a train? So.
Just around.
All right. Who has had crazy jobs in their life? Raise your hand. It's a thing, isn't it? It's a thing. When the 2008 crash happened, that was when I moved out to Oregon. And there was no jobs except working on a crab boat out of Newport, Oregon.
Wow.
So I ended up working on that thing for 2 seasons. Little Minnesota kid. You know, he called me a flatlander. Captain Dave. What a character. I feel like having relationships with people where I've worked and who I've dated has been just as much a part of my musical journey, which is really beautiful. I love that part of my job. those folks. I, lived in Santa Cruz. So I ended up moving to Santa Cruz. This is a song out of that relationship. It's called You and I. Was my key to sing with the bees. Come on. We gather little dreams for our shelf, spent afternoons and days rocking our display. Oh, you smile. You see, I can't tell you enough what you mean to me. Took the trail to your cell and tucked myself inside your wing. What a time we had floating the Pacific light. And the well and its tail became something of a fairy tale. In a time when it was just you and I was this little shit. Sometimes I admit I'd run to escape, ran out of things to blame. Now can a friendship grow from a broken mess? Can a heart learn to heal into another place? In its own time. You see, I can't tell you enough what you mean to me. Took the trail to your cell and tucked myself inside your wing. What a time we had floating the Pacific night. And the well and its tail became something of a fairy tale. In a time when it was just you and
Yeah.
That song just dilated time. It was cool. Couldn't open my eyes. I was just swimming in that song. I don't know how many more we have left, so just in case, this is my last one. Thank you all so much for coming out and supporting music locally. This is super awesome. You all have this in your
Yes, thank you.
community.
Appreciate you folks.
It's really awesome. I grew up in a small town, as pretty much it seems every songwriter has. No one's ever been like, I grew up in a town of 10 million, but I grew up in a small town in Iowa called Winterset. That's John Wayne and the Covered Bridges.
We love Winterset.
As in, like, Wyoming? Or
No, in Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Birthplace of John Wayne. Oh, my God.
It is the
Oh,
birthplace
yes,
of John Wayne, and
yes.
he lived there for 2 months, and we're like, that's our thing. So we're claiming that. And now there's a movie theater and a museum right next to his house, and
Yep.
yeah, it was. I've been alive for 30 years, and no one's made any movie theater for me. He was there for 2 months. Because there's not much in Winterset, Iowa, as you can tell by the John Wayne 2-month museum, but there are a couple gas stations, and down there it's Casey's, and we had 2 Casey's, which, I mean, in around that part of Iowa might make us a big town. But and since moving here, I'm a big Quick Trip fan now. Let it be known that is my number 1 gas station.
That's right.
But in Iowa, we just had 2 Casey's in town, and when you were a kid with nothing to do and you couldn't get into the bars and you didn't know where to find your parents' liquor in the house, you'd go down to the gas station, and that's where all the other hooligans would be at night, and you'd scoop the loop. I don't know if that's a Minnesota thing up here too, but in Iowa, you scoop the loop, just drive around the same bypass all night. So either the cops tell you to go home, or you get tired and you just chase each other around, and you chase your crush and try and get them at the gas station. And so I've been working on this album, and I'm putting it out at the beginning of next year, and it's all about the Midwest and growing up in the Midwest, because there's not a lot of distinct Midwestern country out there. And I go to Nashville a lot, and they don't talk about the Midwest enough. And so I'm going to do that myself, because you got to do something yourself sometimes. The album's called Gas Station Social Club, and this is the title track. And everyone's allowed at the Gas Station Social Club. My God, it's hot tonight. That ceiling fan's working overtime. The cicadas are screaming through the window, and the air is still. Let's get out of this house and head into town. There ain't no use in just sitting around. It's an August night, and we got time to kill. I've got a couple of dollars in between the seats. Let me buy you something sweet and cold. There's one place everybody's bound to be. They're letting in all kinds of folks. At the gas station social club, all stoners and the cowboys are showing up. Put another gallon in the pickup truck like a Hal Ketchum song. It's the last place in town to be when the bars are closed. There's people to see, scratch off tickets and Swisher Sweets all night long. Ain't no golden keys or elbows to rub at the gas station social club. There's a storm cloud. Well, that's not the right lyrics either. Hold on. A couple redneck boys spinning their wheels. Sure hope the sheriff doesn't hear those squeals or smell what's coming out of the skater kid's minivan. There's a storm cloud flashing off to the south. Hope that cold front cools us down. Passing cigarettes and paper bags hand to hand. I've got a Mississippi grin sitting next to you in the glowing orange lights. There's nothing I'm more afraid to lose than small town Saturday nights. At the gas station social club, all stoners and the cowboys are showing up. Put another gallon in the pickup truck like a Hal Ketchum song. It's the last place in town to be when the bars all close. There's people to see, scratch off tickets and Swisher Sweets all night long. Ain't no golden keys or elbows to rub at the gas station social club. And if you're feeling that wild hair, take me up on a little dare. Ride with me anywhere. We don't have to go home. Oh, at the gas station social club, all the stoners and the cowboys are showing up. Put another gallon in the pickup truck, like a owl catch on the song. It's the last place in town to be when the bars all close. There's people to see, scratch off tickets and Swisher sweets all night long. Ain't no golden keys or elbows to rub. Ain't no expensive alarm to keep us from showing up at the gas station social club. Woo-hoo! 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 Thank you.
Give me a chance to.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
The alarm's like, I hope you know there's people in here.
All right. I hadn't planned on doing this song tonight, but you started talking about railroads and small towns. I grew up in a town just north of the Iowa border. So, and my dad worked the railroad for many, many years. And living on a railroad salary didn't pay much. At the end of the month, we wouldn't have a lot in the cupboards or the fridge. And Mom would throw it all in a pot. We called it stone soup. And I didn't know there was a pheasant season. My dad used to take his shotgun to work with him, and he'd come home with rabbits, pheasants. You know, we ate good. We didn't, we didn't know no better. This is called Mama's Gonna Make a Stew. Daddy was a railroad man, he had 20 years on the line. He come home at the end of his shift, covered in tar pitch and pine. He'd walk through the door and he'd take off his cap, smelling like sweat and cigarettes. He'd pinch my mama and he'd let out a laugh, and then he'd pull me down on his lap. What'd you learn in school today, my son? What'd they teach you in school? Papa, did you know 1 and 1 always adds up to be 2? So go to the garden and pull up some carrots, maybe some potatoes too. Your big brother caught a rabbit, now Mama's gonna make us stew. Mama's gonna make us stew. My mama was a railroader's wife, doing the best that she could. She always managed to get us by, made sure we was always fed. She'd take in sewing and do some laundry to keep the wolf from the door. All the time we was growing up, never knew that we was poor. Saturday we'd all go fishing, take a picnic by the lake. While Mom and Daddy was busy kissing, all us children would play. Rabbit, now Mama's gonna make us stew. Mama's gonna make us stew. Thank you. Introducing Breeze.
Well, thank you. This is where I rudely interrupt. And I always get tangled on this cord. Anyway, well, let's give it up for our artists again.
Thank you.
What a great show. Well, yes, some quick thank yous for everyone that's coming out tonight, as well as to Caleb, our soundman.
Yeah. Great job.
Paul and Lakes Area TV is streaming this live. You can go back and rewatch this show.
Yeah.
This is a multi-camera deal. I was kind of looking over his shoulder what he was doing, and it's like we're watching the Midnight Special or something without Wolfman Jack. But anyway, it's very good. So thank you guys. This is made possible by a few people. First of all, the Hallberg Family Foundation supports this and helps fund this. So thanks to the Hallberg Family Foundation. Also support from go ahead. Support from Music Connection. Music Connection is a great music store in Forest Lake, and they donate a $50 gift card to each of the musicians to go and shop and just be merry there. So that's really nice.
Thank you.
We're also, as an organization, we're funded by grants, and one of the grants is managed by the East Central Regional Arts Council. It's part of the Heritage Fund that you, the taxpayers, pay for and invest in, and it really takes care of the arts, as well as many other things in this country, no, the state. But thank you to ECRAC for their support. So let's give it up for ECRAC. So we have a lot of things going on right now. Right now we have two great shows going on in this gallery. Juxtapositions featuring Carol Burson and Nancy Conger. And Carol is here today, so thanks for coming, Carol. And also note, if you are around on Saturday, we're open noon to 6, and Carol and Nancy will both be here that afternoon, so you can meet the artists and get a special tour of the stories behind their art. It's fascinating and great stuff, so even just to look at, but even to have the artists here. So we're blessed and privileged to have that. So thanks for coming up, Carol. In our underground gallery, we have Wind Songs by Barbara Vandell Robinson, and if you get a chance to get down there and see that show, it's graceful too. So one of the things that we pride ourselves on is some of our community shows. And do we have anybody that's photographers out here? Anybody ever take a picture? Raise your hand if you ever take a picture. Anyway, so our next show is called That's What I Saw, and it's a collaborative show. If you're a member, you can enter for free. And if you're not a member, well, you can become a member and then enter for free. But if not, you can also, because membership really helps us, by the way. So, but even then, if you wanted to just enter individually, if you're not a member, you can do that too. And you can find that on wyomingcreativearts.org, that entry form. The deadline to enter that is on November 10th. So you still have some time to go take that award-winning picture if you'd like. There will be a voter's choice, people's choice voting on that, so you'll get a nice ribbon if you happen to win. And then the show opens on November 20th, Thursday night. We have an opening reception. We have Andy Lacoste playing music. If you've seen Andy before, he opens this show and even has written a song called That's What I Saw. So that'll be opening that night. And then also in the underground, we have two artists, Keith Stanglin and Nancy Crum. So you can see that show as well. And we always have a nice reception, complimentary beer from Uncommon Loon coming up. One thing I should warn you about is, because it's Thanksgiving this year, not that Thanksgiving doesn't show up in November, but it does mean we don't is eating turkey or doing something like that. So the first week in December 4th, we have two duos coming in. The Rowe Family Singers, featuring Kim and Quillen Rowe of the Rowe Family Singers, and then the other duet is Curtis and Loretta, featuring Curtis and Loretta. So anyway, so come out for that. Those will be some fun shows. Jess is going to pass around a donation jar, a shared tip jar that gets passed between the artists. So she'll pass that around. While she's doing that, we'll take a minute to hear from our. Oh, don't forget, there's merch up here after the show. Please support these guys. Looks like there's some vinyl up there and some shirts and probably some CDs and lots of good stuff to remember this night by. So I'm going to just take a moment and ask the band or the performers to share with us what they got going on, where we can find them, and what's up that they're playing with next. So why don't you? By the way, if you guys didn't notice from the back room, you can hear Skarlett coming anywhere with her right foot. That's where that secret tambourine's coming from, if you couldn't see that. But sorry, I didn't mean to spoil you.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. But hey, so why don't you share what's going on, Skarlett?
Oh gosh, well I haven't announced it yet, but on Monday I have a tour coming up, taking off from Sacred Heart Music Center, opening for Mason Jennings, and heading west and playing with my trio with a couple shows out there, Oregon and California, and I'm working on a new project right now called Fire Patterns, and I'll play one of those songs. I'll finish with one of those songs off of that. So, and you can find me at skarlettwoods.com, Skarlett with a K and 2 T's. I am on social media as well, but not very often.
Thanks. And Clayton?
Yeah, I kind of slowed down off of playing this time of year, but you might see me running around with Deuce's Wild dueling pianos at some point. But the next thing up in this neck of the woods, I'm playing November 14th at Isanti Spirits, the distillery there. We're doing a special sponsored Bob Country show out there, so that'll be fun. And I do have socials and everything, but if you want to, you don't have to remember the website. I got a free thing for anyone that wants it, a way to remember me. It's a little matchbook collectible one you can take on the road with you. I collect them myself, so I have thousands at home. These ones, I have too many at home, and they will burn my apartment down if I don't get rid of them, so please take them.
No, I thought I saw, aren't you playing somewhere tomorrow night? Or am I mistaken?
If you are in the Twin Cities by chance for Halloween or looking for a Halloween party, we're playing at the Eagles 34.
That's what it was.
Oh.
Yep, we're doing, there's 4 bands. One band is doing a Talking Heads tribute. One band is doing the music of Lady Gaga. One is doing a bunch of Halloween music. And then I'm playing bass in a band that's covering the funk band Wolfpack.
Okay.
Whoa.
Great. Well, and I saw that. Isn't Jillian Ray playing at that too?
Yep,
Is
Jillian Ray.
She's played
Oh,
here a
wow.
few years back. So great. Well, thanks for that.
Sounds cool.
Tom.
Well, I have basically one show left this year. This one's my most highly anticipated show that I had on the calendar. I was really looking forward to this. I was supposed to go out and have surgery on my wrist, so I didn't book anything for the winter. But I do have an EP coming out eventually. It's in post-production right now. So you can follow me on the socials, and I have a card. You can look me up. So.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you all for coming out. We're going to have one more song from each of the performers here, and so I'll just leave it at that. Thank you.
Thanks, Breeze. This is Breeze, everyone. Okay. I'm going to leave you folks with a love song. Oftentimes I find songs when I travel. They come from the space that I stay in for a little bit. And I picked up this song when I was hanging out in Stanley, Idaho. It's called Stunt Kite. Breeze pulls my kite apart as I think about how you hold me. How day so.
Thank you. I wrote this song when I realized that politicians aren't your friend. None of them. See if I remember it. I recorded this one long before I moved to Minnesota. I passed through here all the time, and I loved it. And I got a bunch of college friends that moved up here, and I recorded this demo with one of my friends down in the Twin Cities, just passing through one time, and it took me probably 30 takes to get this song down. So we'll see if I can get it in one right now. You are what you are, but you aren't worth a damn. That's the message tumbling from the palm of my hand. Maybe not. Never mind. I'll just do one that I actually know. You can find that one online if you want to hear the real stuff. All right, I'll just stick to one I know. This one's also a love song. I never could quite picture it in my mind, how we can go from talking of everything to nothing in short time. If we play that game, we both end up losers again. I suppose it's the end. Could imagine it in my brain, how the time shows changes, but faces all stay the same. Picture in those moments is here to stay. That's the way. Thank you.
What a thrill it's been playing with Skarlett and Clayton tonight. You guys listening? This is the last song I play every night before I go to bed. It's called Kathy. You can find it on Spotify. We've been driving around for hours, driving in circles, so it seems, trying to avoid dead end we was headed for. Turned on the wipers so we could see. Kathy leaned her head against the window. Raindrops fell like tears down the glass. In the silence I could hear her heart breaking. Let me out here, she said at last. You can just let me out here. Nothing prepares you for the heartache still remains. Riding round these empty streets tonight, half past closing time. Got my head hoping the fresh air will clear my mind. I went driving slow past the old house, one that used to be yours and mine. Now there's somebody new turning out your bedroom light, turning out your bedroom light. Think I'll drive to the cemetery to disturb me. Maybe I can get little peace. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Great playing with you guys. Thank you. Great playing with you guys.
Likewise.
Yeah, thank you for coming out tonight, and don't forget there's merch here.